All right. So, who on the call is registered for Ninja Selling? Yay! And Nicole, you are too. Good deal. If you have not, Tip and Sasha, if you have not or are not aware of Ninja Selling, wanted to make you aware that our Ninja installation will be November 14th through the 16th. Strongly encourage. Yay! Somebody celebrating. Um, The Ninja installation is a great opportunity for you to really boon your business. I've got a little short video, and then I want to play that just to introduce the concept of Ninja selling to you and the Ninja installation, what it is, and encourage everybody to attend if you're not able to, or if you are able. Hang on.
Hello and welcome to Ninja Selling. My name is Larry
Thank
Kendall,
you.
and we started the Ninja Selling system in our real estate company in Colorado, where we were recognized by the National Association of Realtors as the most productive real estate company in the United States in terms of transactions per associate and dollar volume per associate. And people ask us, how did we get that kind of results? And so we said, well, we can show you and we can teach you, and that's what led to us creating and teaching the Ninja Selling system. That was the system we were using in our company. I'm often asked, well, how did you come up with that name, Ninja Selling? It's named after one of our associates who had the highest income per hour of anybody I'd ever worked with. He had amazing customer satisfaction, amazing referrals. He was married, he had 2 little boys. He taught handicap skiing in the winter. He was a professional bike racer in the summer. He had high income per hour and he had a life. And we decided, that's the goal of Ninja Selling, is to help you increase your income per hour so that you can have a life. And our approach to doing that is 4 principles. First of all, we say that Ninja is a user-friendly selling system. It's very soft, it's very easy. And if you follow the system, you'll be very successful. And at the same time, you'll never put yourself in the position of being rejected. We call it a system because it will work for you regardless of your personality and regardless of the market that you're in. If you work the system will work for you. It's built around 4 principles. Principle number 1 is personal mastery. How you run your mindset, how you manage your emotional energy, how you manage your vibe that your clients pick up. We'll show you the science behind really how to build a great mindset and how to achieve personal mastery. Number 2 principle is to stop selling. People love to buy, but they hate to be sold. So stop selling. Principle number 3 is our business strategy, which is built around building relationships. Working with people who know you, like you, and trust you. We'll show you a way to build a continuous flow of buyers and sellers coming to you. And then finally, number 4 is to be customer-centric. Understanding how to read the customer, how to read their personality, their decision strategies, their learning modalities, and how to help them achieve what they're trying to accomplish in their life. How can you help them go from the life they have to the life they dream about? We hope you'll join us on the Ninja path. Thank you.
All right. Does that help everybody get a better understanding of what Ninja is all about? The class dates are November 14th through the 17th. I think somebody sent me a chat and had asked when the cutoff is. Technically, the cutoff for signing up for that session would be November 2nd, but essentially we're in the stage right now where we have a limited number of seats remaining, and when those seats are gone, we're gonna shut it down. So at the latest, you're talking about November 2nd. It could be much sooner, depending upon how many people we have sign up and how quickly they sign up. Okay, the cost is $450 for the session for the last few seats that we have. So if you haven't signed up, strongly encourage you to do so. Take advantage of that. All right, I need your assistance with one other thing. There's a lot of brand new licensees that are not on this call right now. A lot of folks that need the kind of training that you guys are getting in the foundations classes, at the level that you're at the kind of where you're at in your career. I need your help to encourage some of your peers and compatriots to be here. I have a question for you, and I need you guys to give me some honest answers. Would you be more prone to attending this if you were getting the invitations via email as opposed to just having to going and seeing the link on Workplace? Question. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, I think a daily,
Like
morning,
that morning.
yeah, that morning, and so, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to work on that. All right. Appreciate that. Thank you so very
And
much. Go ahead.
and if we could just have the invitation with just the link, because right now it has all the dates, you got to scroll through and go all the way down and all that, which I don't mind doing. But if you're trying to attract people, you just want to make it as simple as possible. Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that feedback. Thank you so very much. All right. So today, what I thought we would talk about, kind of something that we haven't done for a good while, and this was fresh on my mind because I actually took one of your peers, a brand new licensee, out with me yesterday and showed 2 homes, and I thought, you know what, it's time to talk about buyer first appointment success. Okay, or at least that first buyer appointment, and kind of the do's, the don'ts, the suggestions, the recommendations, and we're just kind of dive into it, see how far we get today. I think we'll probably make it all the way through. All right. So with that, before I get going, or before we open and share the right screen again, hopefully I can get it right this time. Actually, stand by, folks. Okay, I think I'm finally there. All right, everybody with me looking at buyer first appointment success?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, so as a reminder, here's all the details on the November 14th through the 17th. Registration, everything is on Workplace. Strongly encourage you to take advantage of that. Like I said, this is November 2nd, but registration will shut off as soon as the last of our seats are taken, and there's only a handful of left. All right, so we're going to talk initial appointment and buyer presentation and how to be successful at these to lead and continue working with a particular client. All right, so the things that we're going to talk about first is your preparation, that first home showing, how you choose to do somewhat of a buyer presentation. The next step of the process with a buyer is to get them on the hook, show more properties, and always schedule your next appointment. Always be working on that next transaction, that next appointment, before you finish. So that's big picture overview. Let's go into details. All right. So for preparation for your showings, of course, the first step is when you're showing up at the appointment, you want to have a few key points of the property committed to your memory so that you can rattle them off. So have your I always, of course, you're always going to print your details on the property that you're showing, the solds, the actives, comps in the neighborhood, have that readily available. I always have that printed out, and I'm known to don't tell the state troopers, but I'm known to study the details of the property on the drive to the property. Y'all keep that secret, okay? Did y'all know there's a realtor's exemption in that law about hands-free driving? Nicole's shaking her head. She's a right fighter, y'all. That's what I keep telling my wife, at least. Okay. All right. So you're going to have those details. You're going to have some of your comps printed off. For other homes in the neighborhood, you're going to have your buyer presentation package ready to go. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm going to take off the screen share. Has everybody seen this folder that sits on that shelf right here beside my desk? These are sample presentation packages. I've got one as a buyer presentation package and one as a listing presentation package. Okay, you have the free will to come and grab these off of here. These are just samples. This gives you an idea of a professional presentation package that you can put in, that you can hand to your client. Your level of professionalism goes through the roof when you are working with something like this. Okay, so in this presentation package, you typically have something like from either Toolkit CMA, or if you are really on top of it, you're going to be using Moxie Present to present your buyer presentation package. You have some of your flowery information about yourself in here, some of your accolades to show that you are a credible individual. You have materials about mortgage, you have little materials about a home warranty program, you have some samples of the ABCs of agency and the how to protect yourself when buying a home. These are all nice materials that when you present a professional package like this that shows that you're organized, you're disciplined, that you have prepared for this meeting, that you're not just going off the cuff, these are important messages that you want to send to your client. And they will value that and they will appreciate it. Okay. Back to sharing my screen. All right. So along with your presentation package, you're going to have your CMA. You want to know some basic information. I don't think you need to prepare a full-blown CMA like for presentation purposes. You primarily just want to know, is the home price right? Is it high? Is it low? Is it at market? Is it below market, above market? Get a feel for where you're at, how many days on the market it's been there. Have an idea of whether or not you think that this home is priced appropriate or not. Okay. I always strongly encourage everybody to show up at least 15 minutes early to the neighborhood and drive through any other available homes that are in that same neighborhood. Check the comparables. I'm looking for other opportunities to potentially show another house in the same neighborhood or nearby. All right. So if you're showing a particular house and they don't like this one, but they say, I love this neighborhood, I want to have another alternative to take them to. Okay. You want to arrive early in the neighborhood to preview the comps in the neighborhood and other active homes that are in the neighborhood, but you also want to have budget enough time in to arrive early at the home, turn on the lights, walk the home before your client gets there. Okay, have the door open. Obviously, if you're showing multiple homes, this is not always possible, but on the first home of the day, it is always possible. So you should arrive to the home a little bit early, have the lights on, have the doors open, have the AC checked, make sure that the cat is put away, all of those things. Be prepared for your showing. And you remember, you are the local neighborhood expert. Okay. I didn't have it in here, but you also want to make sure that you have your showing kit ready and willing to go in your car. So briefly, I didn't put anything in the slide presentation, but let's talk about what kind of things you want to have in your showing kit in your car. What do you want? Does anybody have one in their car right now?
Socks that you put on your feet.
Say again.
The little socks that you put on your feet, the tissue, hand sanitizer.
Absolutely. Yeah, all of the above. So I'm sorry, my phone was breaking out just a little bit, but I think she's covered a lot of the things. So in your showing kit, and folks, I've got a Rubbermaid in the back of my car that just is always got all this stuff in it. You've got some bottled waters, you've got some snacks, you've got some, especially if you're dealing with kids and children. You have, need I say more about this? A roll of toilet paper, some napkins, some hand wipes, some face masks, some hand sanitizer, umbrellas. Guess what? It rains in Georgia, folks, and you want to have two great big giant golf umbrellas. You can pick them up at Walmart for about $7, or at least you used to be able to. They're probably 12 by now. Have two of those in your car, keep them there. Okay. When you are able to pull out and you're in a vacant home and somebody's got to use the bathroom and there's no toilet paper in this house and you've got it, your clients are going to love you. Okay. Trust me, from experience, you'll need it. All right. So that's what goes into your showing kit. Back to the fun stuff. All right. Um, are we back on the screen here, folks? Okay. Last item is, if you have never met this person before, is if this is a blind lead, say you got it from a referral or you got it from one of the buyer leads that Mike has sent out, and you have never met this individual before, especially you ladies, I would strongly suggest that you meet at a neutral location like a Starbucks or a restaurant or somewhere nearby, so that you can get a better feel for if there's any risk associated with you. Be very careful, ladies. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I need to say. All right. Next, so when you are so we are actually at the home, and we are going to, this is our attitude, our take with this is I'm going to be very friendly and I'm going to be interested in the client. I'm going to try to do my best to make that connection. How do you do that? Well, it's simple. Just remember Ford: family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Okay. Strongly suggest memorize a few questions in these a lot that lead to these. So tell me about your family. If you've only got one of your individuals here, talk to me about how many people will be living in the house. Are you going to have extended family here, kids, dogs, pets, all of those kind of things. You can always talk to somebody about their job and their commute distance, and those are all factors that you can introduce, saying, okay, well, where is your work, so that we can be mindful of your travel distances, things like that. All right. If they're looking for a home with a pool, you can always talk to them about their recreational aspirations, and why do they want to have that pool. Is it the image of the kids playing around it all summer long? Those kind of things. All right. So as you are walking through the house, take the opportunity. I want to call your attention to this bullet at the bottom. You are going to be 50% expert and 50% connection. So one of the ways to establish your credibility as an expert in the field is to talk to them a little bit about things like either construction materials, siding type, condition, what kind of roof it is, the age of the roof. And you don't have to be a contractor expert level to understand some basic information about construction materials or architectural types or architectural styles, to be able to establish your credibility in those areas. It's not difficult. Ask lots of qualifying questions as you're going through the house. So if you've ever done any renovations before, if they're talking about how much this home, how much work this home would require to get it up to their standards, have they ever done that kind of work before, or would they be hiring contractors to do that? Again, you're just making that connection and trying to build that rapport. All right. Great way to establish yourself again as an expert in that area is, even if you're stretching the truth just a little bit, is, hey, I've shown homes in this area, in this neighborhood before. I've actually sold one, and right in the subdivision right down the road before. It's a great way to again establish your criteria as an expert and an experienced agent in that area. All right. Ask them, well, this one is listed at 420. What do you think? Would you pay 420 for this home? And then you can introduce the concept of, what are the other comps selling for? All right. Always gear your conversation towards their level of interest. If they're not feeling it, if you're not getting the warm fuzzy that they're liking this particular home, then that's where you can steer them towards, well, I can tell that this one's not meeting your criteria. Tell me what it would take to get it to meet your criteria. Okay, tell me what it exactly that you're looking for, because the great news is I'm a realtor. I look at properties every day and I can see things that you need. All right. Remember always 50% expertise and credibility and 50% that personal connection. And I liked what Larry said, stop selling. Stop trying to be a salesperson. Try to be a trusted advisor. That is the difference in this tactic. Okay. Um, when you are actually having the conversation and you're going through the home, I'm telling you, don't be afraid to point out issues with the home. I have never been one to try the used car salesman trick of, oh, that's not a scratch on the paint, and then stand in front of it to try to distract their attention away from it. I'm probably going to be the person that's going to call their attention to that stain that's in the master bedroom ceiling from the bathroom above. I'm probably the one that's going to show them that there's some drainage issues in the backyard where the water needs to be redirected. Okay. They will value that because they're going to appreciate the fact that you're trying to sell them the right house, not just any house. Okay. That is key. After you're finished showing them the property, strong suggestion, guide them back to the kitchen or the dining room table. Why is that? What does everybody say the heart of the home is? It's the kitchen. They say all good decisions are made around the kitchen table or the dining room table. I tend to believe that. And that's why I want to have the conversation that I'm hoping to have with them in this particular location. So when you're taking them back to the kitchen, tell them you've just got some basic information to talk to them very quickly about. And this is where you are going to um, pull out your presentation book. Again, you're trying not to sell them. You are simply trying to provide them with some information. Okay. Here is where you can show them the basic information that you have in your presentation booklet, which is your buyer presentation to guide your conversation. I love within that buyer presentation that is in both the Toolkit CMA as well as Moxie Present, there's a little home finders profile. If you haven't done this already with this client over the phone in preparation for this meeting, this is a great time to talk to them about what criteria that they're looking for, so that you can then set them up on a full-blown either Real Scout or FMLS search and continue that process. Okay. Um, I would take the opportunity, if you are comfortable with it at this point, take the opportunity to talk to them about, hey, have you ever worked with a realtor before? Do they understand what it's like to work with a realtor? And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, folks. Most people don't. Most people don't understand why you are helping them and what you're trying to do. They don't understand how representation works, so it's up to us to explain it to them. And one way to introduce them to the fact that you would like to work with them is this statement right here, this little script. I'd love for you to consider formally hiring me to represent you through the process of purchasing a new home. Most people don't even realize they need an agent, let alone that they want to hire one and they want to be dedicated, that you want them to be committed to you through this process and not somebody else. Okay. Not saying that you want necessarily at this point to do a full court press and try to get them to sign a buyer's brokerage agreement, but you are introducing the idea to them that you are looking for, how do you say, a committed relationship. Okay. And then you want to do everything that you can do to separate yourself from the competition. What does Mike always say? The key buzzword is differentiation. How are you different? And this is where you can say, I work in a committed way to help my clients find the characteristics of the home that they are looking for, to be able to match them up with the resources that they need, to guide them through the mortgage process, to advise them through every step of the way, and just kind of go down through what you do for your clients. Okay. And ultimately, at the point where you have shown them your value proposition and what you do differently for them, now it's time to go back and to ask for their business. So the next thing that you want to do, you should always strongly encourage everybody to bring your laptop or your tablet, your hotspot, be able to make that connection. And if a client, uh, if they have time to see some additional properties, you can always do a quick matrix search, put them on a list of homes, and take them to some additional properties. Okay. Most agents are just in it for the home that you're showing them today. If you show them your willingness to show them additional properties and make it sure that they understand it doesn't have to be a property that is represented by Century 21 or one that I've called your attention to. You can pick any house and I can show it to you. Okay. Doing this will increase your chances of finding the right home and getting them under contract. More homes on each appointment equals a lower appointment to contract ratio. So more efficiency in your business. All right. And then always schedule that next appointment. If you have the ability, try to make your next appointment before you finish the one you're on. All right. And then the proverbial thing that we do all the time, wash, rinse, and repeat. You keep doing it over and over and over again. Okay. And it is 29 minutes after. Does anybody have any burning questions?
I have a quick one. So I love that statement about hiring me to guide you, but when people hear hire, they think money. So how do
Aha.
yeah.
Well, so that's just the introduction of that concept. Is kind of the next part of that statement might be something along the lines of, I like to work with clients that are as committed to me as I'm going to be committed to you. The great part about it is formally hiring me as your agent. The great part about it is 99 times out of 100. If there's ever any money coming out of your pocket to pay for my services, you're going to know about it beforehand and you're going to have the opportunity to veto it. The vast majority of transactions, my services are paid for by the seller of the property that you are purchasing. So in most cases, there is no negative for you to work with one agent that is going to be dedicated to you in this process and committed to your transaction. But it is important to differentiate that, because you're right. Most people do think, when they think the word hiring, so there's more to that statement than just that one. Okay. What other questions do you have, folks? All right, I'm done. Have a great day. If you guys have any questions or anything comes up, I've got a handful of coaching slots available on my calendar if anybody needs anything. Otherwise, we will see you all on Thursday. Have a great day.
Hi, thank you.